Lying to your kids is crazy when you think about it because kids never let anything be. They always ask 1,000 questions, and then if somebody says something that contradicts what you said, they're gonna come back with more questions and like, yo, what's all this? I'm hearing conflicting results about what you told me. I don't too much like it. And then think about the stupid things people lie to their kids about. You got Santa Claus. It's like, hey, check this out. There is this dude, right? He can see you 24/7. He knows when you're asleep, when you're awake, all of that. He's watching you right now, all year long. And we are going to write him a letter telling him what you want for Jesus' birthday, because for some reason we put them two things together. Whole different conversation. And then this severely obese old white man who lives at the North Pole with a slave plantation full of little people letting animal abuse go on is going to travel across the whole world in one night, breaking and entering into everyone's homes, leaving gifts after you sit on his lap and tell him what you want. And you got to write him a letter and tell him what you want. And like, this is like the opposite of stranger danger. Nobody thinks this sounds crazy to just be saying to kids all willy-nilly. Nobody thinks this is out of pocket. This is a perfectly normal thing that we do for some reason. You got the tooth fairy, which like your kid comes to you and says, hey, my tooth falling out or it fell out. You tell them, oh, you're going to get a visit from the tooth fairy. Put that under your pillow. When you go to sleep tonight, a fairy, whatever that is going to come in and reach under your head while you're asleep, grab that tooth and leave you an unspecified amount of money. Are you high? Are you high? Because you sound like, if we was to take this at face value, this person sounds like they should not be raising children, because what drugs are you on and where can I get them from? Then you got the Easter Bunny, which personally, I don't even know what he's all about. I just feel like it's a 6-foot tall rabbit walking around dropping candy-filled eggs with paint on them for kids to find, which is weird because rabbits don't lay eggs and they also don't have jobs, so they don't have money, which means he stole the eggs, stole the paint, and stole the candy, and it's probably kidnapping kids in the van. Why do all these made-up characters sound like kid touchers? Like, all of this sounds extremely dangerous, and we tell this to children so happily. And the wildest part of it all, there's no payoff to any of this. Your kids just get older one day and they go, hey, you lied. And that's the end of the story. There was no point to this. You sound like a madman. Your kids are just going to look at you and think you insane, because what was the point of telling me any of that if it wasn't true? And then a lot of y'all, you're going to come back around, try to spin the block and be like, hey, let me tell you about God. And we all know that story is going to sound crazier than any of the other ones you could have told. Now you just created an atheist. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.